Why the Hallmark Channel got Christmas movies on? They ain't got no summer movies. They don't have a fireworks village that somebody can fall in love in. But let's get to this Tyler Perry crap. It's a lot of names to learn. We got Nicole, Jamisha, and Lakeisha, and Monet. And the grandparents are Frank and Oscarine. Now, I've heard Ernestine, but I've never heard Oscarine. I'll tell you, at least these women actually have a business instead of that crap comeback group. The grandparents have real estate holdings, and they sent 2 of the girls to real estate school, and that got everybody else in the family involved. However, they got a sister, Lakeisha, who's a half-sister, who they kind of always on the outs with. Well, not on the outs, but she never felt like she was in the fold. So the grandmother has some acreage of land that they want to develop. That land is worth about $800,000, and the grandma was going to sell it, but they want to develop it. So with this land, the grandmama wants to build houses for the second generation. That way the third gen can inherit it, but they want to develop the land so that they can make more money off of it, which I think is the smarter idea. So now they got to convince her to let them develop the land, kind of like Karen had to convince her sister to let her have some of that Surrey land, which hopefully we'll get to hear about this season, the little winery the winery and bed and breakfast they're going to do. I could see people going out there for a bed and breakfast, a cozy hideaway. And Virginia has a luxury market. So it's still kind of a comeback group plot line, but they actually have the land. Unlike Love and Marriage Huntsville, and what was that other one? The Bell Collective with Ferris Street. Child's gonna be season 8 and Ferris Street gonna be just as toe down as it was when they started. But I wonder what Marie is up to. We actually get a house shown. It's a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, $4 million, quite nice. So we take Aunt Nikki, who's the gatekeeper to Grandmama's real estate holdings, out to the land to show her the development idea. So Lakeisha says when she was growing up as a kid, she wouldn't be in family photos because they didn't consider her family. However, they also have an issue with Chris not being in the office enough, and they want him to take more of an initiative. However, he's Jaquita's husband, and he's like, I need to do my thing on my own. I have vision, but I need to be able to grow. Trust me in my marketing ideas. But now the sisters have a meeting, and they tell Lakeisha that we want to get you closer to the family since you just lost your parents. But they all have their little meeting, and they decide we got to get Granny on board with the development of the property. Okay, so that was our introductory episode. Let's see if the second one's any better. So the episode opens with Nicole getting her hair done at 4 in the morning. Damn, that's beauty commitment. Nicole's husband works night, so they're always just missing each other. So Nicole tells her man that Lakeisha wants a closer relationship, but Quita said y'all have a wall. So she's upset with Quita for making a joke about it. However, after that, we head over to Oscarine's. Jermisha drops by the church, and Jackie's there too, her mother. So she talks about how she used to buy property from the city back in the day. So they start pitching the project to her on what they can convert the property to, millions of dollars worth of real estate, rather than a couple homes. So she agrees to sell them the land. You know, I like this better than Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't think I'll be recapping that anymore after Kiki's passing. I don't know. I might not. It's not going to be enjoyable anymore. It's not going to be fun, and I like to be able to make fun, and I can't make fun when it's serious. Now we got Lakeisha and her girlfriend going out to dinner. They've been dating for 2 years. All right, honest lesbians. This is what we want to see. So she tells her that Nicole asked her over for a girls' night out, and the girlfriend said, was this ambush number 2? And she said, no, I'm going to talk to her before the girls' night out. So she met her sisters at about 7 or 8 through her aunts, and they were close as kids, but not as adults. Now we got the Gen 1s, Oscarine's children. Not the real estate agents, but they help with the family businesses too. Oh God, now they kind of pissed off they ain't getting the free houses. They said that the G2s interrupted the regular cycle. Wait to inherit. Ain't nobody got time for that. So Nicole and Keisha have their girls' night since they've never been that close. So they talk about where Lakeisha's triggers and it was where her place was in the family. They talk about their issues with their pappy's emotional unavailability. Meanwhile, across town, we got Misha and Jaquita figuring out how they gonna get the developers in to convince Granny about the project. So they're making it a build-to-rent community. However, they said, look, we gotta get Granny on board before she croak, because she could die during the build-out. We don't want the family to get torn up over the cash flow. However, with Chris, the guy that does the headshots and marketing, he's taking on other clients because he doesn't feel appreciated at Braden Group. So now Nicole and Monet have a little at-home stretching section with a cute tutor, and Monet's single, so of course they're gonna try to hook her up with him. He nice looking. He could stretch me. He looks like he could get that leg up. So the girls go on their trip and the men's go out for dinner. And they talk about how it's a woman-driven family. Over with the women's, there's an update on the land. Mom don't want to sell the 2 acres, so things are on pause for a moment. The other sister said, now that's not the conversation we had with Grandmama. The G1s are like, look, we gonna take this and you can inherit. The 2 acres final decision is really up to the G1 daughters. Lakeisha mentioned she needs to go to one of the home buying seminars, and so they ask, oh, is marriage in the future for you and your girl? It's nice to see a black family supportive of their gay relatives. I'd like to see a lot more of that. Back with the men's, one of them is complaining that he can't go to his wife Nicole, so he always got to go to Misha to solve business stuff because she with a client. However, the women is kind of shading him. They said he's bossy. What other job you gonna have and get paid when you tell people what you ain't gonna do? They said we need to give him a list of his roles and responsibilities. But child, that was the shit. So I'ma see you soon for Pop Roast on Saturday. Well, I'm gonna put something out on Friday. Orange County. Don't miss out on Orange County, honey. It's a good season.
Bitch, stop clocking my pussy miles. Stop clocking my pussy miles. Bitch, stop clocking my pussy miles. This ain't your odometer. Not your odometer. Not your odometer.
Bussy in the morning, bussy in the evening, bussy at summertime. When you're grabbing bussy, you might end up doing time. Bussy in the morning, bussy in the evening, bussy at supper time. If you're grabbing bussy, you might end up doing time. Don't grab my bussy, don't grab my bussy. I'm your cameraman, I don't want to be anything more to you. I swear, don't grab my bussy, I'm not attracted to you. You look like Yoda and the Gullo.